Good evening, y'all, and welcome back to the Needy Hooks Network. We are live at the highly anticipated red carpet premiere of the movie Darwin, brought to you by All Black. Now, this movie, it is a crime drama with a little twist of horror. It is sure to shake up the industry. You do not want to miss what we have in store. Got some interviews coming up with the incredible, amazing cast and crew that brought this film to life, and I'm excited for you all to hear what they have to say. We're going to have some good conversations. We're going to find out about the magic from behind the scenes, so you don't want to miss it. Also, don't forget, we always have to have our rapid fire questions. We have two that we're going to ask the cast and crew today. Number one is going to be, if you had to describe the movie Darwin in one word, what would it be? Number two is going to be, if you were in a horror movie, what is your survival tactic? So we can't wait to see what the cast and the crew have to say to answer our rapid fire questions, as well as the amazing conversations we're going to have on the carpet. Stay tuned, live on Needy Hooks Network. Nice to meet you too. So first of all, I am standing here with the lead actress in the movie Darwin, Danielle LaRoach. She plays Taj. Now, first of all, look at her. Ain't she giving main character energy anyway?
Honey, it was giving that. That's why they called me.
That's why they called you. I love that. Okay, so Danielle, Taj is such a strong-willed and complex character. Can you kind of talk to me about what drew you into her and how you prepared for the role?
Oh my goodness. Honestly, I was given the role about 3 days before we started filming. Mm-hmm. So I wasn't given that year and a half, 6 months or 3 months to prepare. I literally had 3 days, and I was traveling, so I had to fly back in. I just became a new mom, so it wasn't easy. But thank God that I done the work before. This is why you stay in class and you study and you do all the things so that when you get something thrown at you, you're prepared. So honestly, it was like a boot camp, and I was glad that I had done the work.
Yeah. Now, I do want to ask you, because of the character and the character that you play in this movie, like, what about this role pushed you in a way that you never experienced before? Because we've seen you dominate in crime and thriller just in this movie alone. Yes. And so what about this character, or what helped you or pushed you in a way that you never experienced before?
Honestly, I think that a lot of my personal journey, I could relate to Taj, just as a woman, just as a young black woman trying to figure out life. Yeah. So there were times when, I would look at something she did and I would be like, dang, I really understand why she feels like this, or where her headspace is, or I understand the pain that's pushing her in this moment. Yeah. So I think I really took Taj's pain, her losses, things that were stacked against her, and I tried to push them into who she was and, move the character with that, because I love to see a journey when you're doing a character, and you can see an arc and see this person grow. So I'm excited about that.
Yeah, you did an amazing job at it.
Thank you.
So I'm asking all of the cast and crew a couple of rapid fire questions. Okay. One of those being, if you had to describe the movie Darwin in one word, what would that word be?
Woo! Thrilling.
Thrilling.
Yes.
Okay, we haven't heard that one
yet.
Okay,
see?
All right, and if you were in a horror film, like that was your real life, what is your survival tactic?
Oh my gosh. Honestly, I'm that person, like, if you kidnap me, I'm gonna act like it's all good. You know what I mean? Like, look at Martin. If you kidnap me, I'm gonna be like, what, you want me to cook dinner? Like, what you
Nah.
I'm trying to get sent home.
I'm trying to let go. Hey, how's it going?
Here's our writer, director, producer, Abdin, and his beautiful wife.
Yes, I love it.
You look beautiful.
Oh, I'm gonna go ahead and I'm about to go ahead and let you hand him the mic once we
yes,
done.
let's go ahead and
because
talk to him.
I love that. Yes, please. Go ahead, yeah.
Congratulations. Thank you.
Don't she look so good? It's giving main character energy. Come on, you can get in the frame. Yes. So Ali Abdin just so happened to walk on the carpet, and we're gonna go ahead and knock out some questions with you real quick. Can you kind of talk to me about how it feels to be here tonight and just watch this all come to life?
It's kind of surreal.
Yeah.
It's a long time coming.
Yeah.
Started in 2018, and now it's 2025, and it finally comes to fruition. So it's one of those things that we imagined that was gonna be big, and it's pretty big.
I love that. Is there a message or anything that you hope that the audiences and people who watch this around the world get from the movie?
There actually is. Okay. But I can't tell you.
Oh, okay. Well, see, and that's good, because then when you all watch the movie, you interact in the comments and tell us what you got from it.
Right.
That's what we want y'all to do. Okay. Now, is there any character in here who you kind of saw portray their parts, and it was like more than you could have even expected?
Honestly, the entire cast.
Yeah.
Yeah. The way that we wrote it was very true to life, and we had some issues when it came to finding the right people for the actual roles.
Yeah.
But once we got everybody that played the roles, they fitted like it was them. So,
yeah, I love that. Was there ever a scene that you watched when you were playing it back that had you like, okay, we did it, we nailed it.
Yes.
This is the one.
Yes.
What scene was that?
My favorite scene is between Taj and Bam Bam.
Wow.
Yeah, it's that's my all-time favorite scene of the
Okay,
film.
and I'm guessing once we watch the movie, we'll be like, oh, that's the one he's talking about.
You'll know the exact scene I'm talking about.
I love that.
Yes,
Now I'm asking all of the cast and crew real quick, 2 rapid fire questions. First one, if you were in a horror movie, what's your survival tactic?
Run.
Look, because if we see one run, we all run it anyway.
Run.
Now, my next question, if you had to describe this movie, Darwin, in one word, what word would you use?
That's a tough one. I would have to say adapt.
Okay, that's a good one. I like that.
I would have to say adapt.
I love that. Thank you so much for coming to talk to me about the journey, about the magic that we are about to witness. Thank you so much to your beautiful wife for coming to stand with us. Oh my goodness, she's so beautiful. Y'all are so cute together. All right, stay tuned. We have more interviews on the carpet with the cast and the crew of Darwin that you don't want to miss coming up next.
Like you're hot.
Thank you so much.
Of course.
Thank you. It was so hard trying to pick an outfit because I wanted to make sure I matched the red carpet aesthetic.
Yeah, no, it looks great.
But I just want to say you look great as well. It's really not giving like the villain that you were supposed to be playing in the movie. At least you're not looking like that today.
I know. I should have wore like a black trench coat or something. Right.
Oh my goodness, like that would have really.
Scary. Yeah,
so your character faces some really intense and dangerous situations in this movie.
Yeah.
Can you kind of talk about something that might have been mentally or physically challenging for you, or any scene in the movie?
Yeah. So there was a variety of scenes. I mean, I got to handle a bow and arrow, which I actually hadn't handled before. So we got to do some. We also were super fortunate to have an amazing stunt coordinator on set. So bow and arrow, we utilized an axe. We had some combat. Kieran and I, we did a lot of. We had a really intense fight scene.
Sorry.
That's okay.
I'm fine. It's okay. It's okay.
Kieran and I had a really intense fight scene, and that was. Gosh, that was. I remember I'm wearing a yellow suit, and the suit is basically like a hazmat suit, but it acts as like a sweat suit. So I finished that scene. We have a lot of fighting combat.
Yes.
Soaked through my clothes because we were in a warm room, and you work up a great sweat. Yeah.
Right. With this character, not sure if you resonate with your character at all, but how did you mentally and physically prepare yourself to play this part?
Yeah, so I guess physically, I like to stay pretty active. I was a former athlete myself, so before I kind of got into this. So I stay pretty fit, or at least I try to. But then mentally, this is far outside of my normal life. I've got 2 young kids, a beautiful wife over here.
He's like, I ain't trying to kill nobody.
Yeah, exactly. So to get into character, to kind of get into the mindset, you really do have to kind of dig deep into that thought process of how would Charles act?
Yeah.
How would he act in this situation? You really need to kind of bring up some uncomfortable feelings. Yeah. And I think one of the things that was really great, specifically about working with Danielle, is we do have some intense scenes in this film.
Yeah.
But I think we both were really good with, we call action, we do our scene. After the scene stopped, we were always quick to be like, yo, you good? Like, we were checking in on each other.
I love that.
And I think that was super important, especially me to her, because I was like in her face, grabbing her face, being pretty aggressive. Yeah. And I'm like, you good? You good? Yeah,
are we okay?
You good, girl? Yeah, you good? And she was always, she would come out of it, and she would, and it was, you'll see, she does an excellent job portraying her character, portraying Taj, and the way that she was able to get her emotion out was amazing. So, to be able to play off that and just see, real emotion coming out of someone, it allows me to act that much better. Because when you see that, and you connect, you make eye contact, you're like, ooh.
Right.
Yeah. You're like,
okay,
this is working.
It's going well. Yeah. I love that. So I just have a couple of rapid fire questions, and I'm going to ask all of the cast and crew. Sure. First one. Yeah. If you had to describe Darwin in one word, what word would you use?
Just film in general?
The film.
The film in general. Dark.
Oh, dark. I like that. Yeah. Okay, and my next question would be, if you're in a horror film, what is your survival tactic?
what is my running?
Running.
I'm a former
You were running.
I am running.
Oh,
I'm
yeah, because
getting
you
the
were a
hell
track
out of there.
star.
Yeah, I'm getting the hell out of there.
Right. I love that.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, you all stay tuned. Thank you so much for coming
course,
to talk
thank
to me
you.
about your journey and
Absolutely.
your performance methods. I look forward to seeing the
Thank
movie.
you so
I look
much.
forward to everybody else in the movies. Make sure you interact in the comments. Let us know what you think. Stay tuned. We got more interviews coming up next.
Thank you.
All right, so I'm standing here with Bottz. He is the music supervisor for the movie Darwin. Talk to me about how you feeling about seeing everything come together.
I'm excited.
Yeah.
I mean, months and weeks of hard work and laboring and all kind of stuff is finally here. So we have worked hard and put it together. So we hope everybody enjoys, this movie.
Yeah. So outside of what you created, if you had to put Darwin on a playlist, give me 3 songs you would use.
Jokic by John Michael.
Okay.
Days Are Numbered, which has Crown Vega and Hawk, and then Money, which has Titanic, and yes. Those are the 3.
I love that. Now, the film is really intensified and amplified by the music, and they describe your music as real music. So can you kind of talk to me about how you put the sounds together to ensure that we got the effects of the thrill and the horror, and talk to me a little bit about that.
Well, what I do is I sit with a movie for about 2 or 3 weeks.
Okay.
And I just watch scenes, and then me and Ali will get together and he'll say what you're thinking and what you're feeling.
Mm-hmm.
So, the passion of mine is to really just make their vision come through musically.
Yeah.
And so it's a process.
Yeah.
It's a real process.
Yeah.
And so
and a talent.
Yeah. Yeah. So real music is just I'm a producer that plays. So I don't have to use samples and all that. I can literally sit down and watch a movie and see somebody crying and start playing. So I can bring that emotion out through my music.
Yeah.
And so that's what I'm tasked with. And so that's how we got it done.
I love
in
that.
Darwin.
Yeah, I love that. And that's a true skill. So
Yes.
I'm excited for everybody to see the movie. Now, I am asking all of the cast and crew questions that everybody has to answer. So my first one would be, if you could describe the movie Darwin in one word, what would that word be?
Unexpected.
Oh, okay. Unexpected. That's a good one. Now, if you were in a horror movie, what is your survival tactic?
Never fall while running away from the. Never fall.
Never fall.
Just don't fall.
Just don't fall. So I done had people say run. Everybody
gonna run, but can you stay up and not look back? Just run.
Because that's what they do in
And
the
fall.
horror movie. Why they be falling like
And
that?
fall.
They be trying to get caught.
Killer be walking. They fall and not a kill on them. No,
Why they be
I'm not
falling like that?
falling. Not falling.
I love it. All right. Well, thank you so much. I cannot wait for everybody to see this movie come together. I know they're going to be gripping their seats just based off of the soundtrack. So
Yes, ma'am.
I'm excited. Y'all stay tuned. We got more interviews from the cast and crew of Darwin coming up next. All right. So I'm sitting here with Martin Bats Bradford.
Yeah, Martin Bats Bradford.
Martin Bats Bradford. You better correct me. Yes. All right. Talk to me a little bit about your role in the film. You have a major role.
Yeah, I play Bam Bam. He's Danielle, Taj's older cousin, and he's basically the leader of this group of, we robbing people, y'all. But the beauty of it is, one thing I loved about it was we're family at the end of the day. And a bunch of people that are basically thrown away from by society, we came together and made our own just love, our own connection, our own bond, and we stick to it. And I just love that.
Yeah, and it really does resonate, especially with our community. And it's not just crime, it's horror and everything as well, but it still kind of has some real life inner city situations, I should say.
Definitely.
So can you kind of talk about how you hope that this resonates with our community?
Well, one thing I would hope that they see is, hope we see ourselves in it. Because again, it has horror, it has all these twists and turns that it takes. I hope it never happen to anybody out there.
Right.
You hear me? But oftentimes when people talk about the community, or even they talk about the hood or what have you, they paint it as if it's just this black and white thing. It's just poor, evil people or just dumb people. And really, bro, I'm from the hood, man. They got nerds in the hood. They got doctors in the hood. They got nurses from the hood. When you watch Friday, we had Smokey, we had Cuban, we had Nia Long, all in the hood. You feel me? So it's about, I feel like, bringing humanity to everything we do. And that's why I'm saying I hope it connects with people, because if you can feel us, if you can understand us as people as we play these characters, then our job was done, and you should ride the wave and see where we go with it.
Yeah.
Ups and the downs.
I love that. If we were to immerse y'all into a real life version of this, who do you think is getting taken out first, and who's going to make it to the ending credits?
if this was like all us for real.
If we was in a real, who on the cast do you think would make it in real life?
In real life.
To the end.
I'm making it.
You making it to the end?
About?
Okay.
But Danielle ain't no joke.
Okay. Okay.
We gonna have to find it out. I don't know.
Okay.
Yes, I don't know.
So who getting taken out first?
Pop. Sorry, Lionel, you get taken out, my dog. Just off the level of you the youngest one, so I'm gonna just cut it like that. So
right.
But that might be him being the youngest. He might have one up on or something.
He might, yeah, because I asked him the rapid fire question I'm about to ask you, and he had a good answer. So,
all right.
If you were in a horror movie, what would be your survival tactic?
My survival tactic?
Yeah.
Hiding.
Look, we haven't heard that one tonight.
Yeah, I'm going to find a good spot where no one is going to be.
Right.
And as everybody getting slashed up and bashed up and bashed up, I'm just chilling.
In
I'm
the
sleeping.
cut.
Quiet.
Because, you know, sometimes they be breathing too loud. I'll be like,
the loudest one always get it. The loudest one. Whether
they ain't making it.
I'm making it.
One more question. So if you had to describe the movie Darwin in one word, what word would you use?
Intense.
I like it. We getting some good ones.
And familiar.
Okay. Now, we about to check this movie out. Bam Bam sound like a knucklehead name. You know, it's like that name that's going to be like, he going to get on my nerves. I know he is. So,
y'all gonna love me, man. I'm not getting on nobody's nerves.
That's why I want to make sure you interact in the comments. Let me know what you think about the movie, Bam Bam. And we want to know everything from the magic behind the scenes and things like that, and this carpet. We want to know how y'all feeling. Check the movie out. Don't miss it. Stay tuned. We got more interviews on the carpet coming up next. All right. So talk to me a little bit about your character, Lionel.
Okay. So his name's Pop. Mm-hmm. He's a great guy. He could pop off sometimes, but I think he goes through some hardships that he's trying to find a way as a young man to get through, and I think it's hard for him to do it in a way that he feels is right. So he's only going to what he knows. You know? Yeah. So I feel like that's something that you can expect from him, and I don't know. I just hope you grow to love him, hate him, however he makes you feel. I think you can rock with that.
I love that. Now, tell me, while filming, did you ever film a scene that, and this is a safe space, so just be honest, did you ever film a scene that kind of made you feel like, oh, I got to shake that off once you were done rapid filming?
Yeah, I feel like if you don't feel like that after, then are you really doing the work, you know?
Yeah.
So I feel like there were a couple times where I was like, I had to bring myself to a place of, whoa, this isn't my actual being, but this is my being in this moment. You know, so I had to make it real for me. I had to up the circumstances. I had to be Pop.
Yeah.
You know, and Pop pops off, so I had to pop off sometimes in a real way.
Okay, Pop, okay. So I'm asking all of the casting crew a couple of rapid fire questions.
Oh.
First question, if you had to describe the movie Darwin in one word, what word would you use?
Suspense.
Suspense.
I would say suspense, yeah.
Okay. So we got suspense, and then if you were in a horror film, what is your survival tactic?
My survival tactic? It got 3 letters. Are you in?
You gonna run? Looks like we got some track stars on the cast.
Just run until you can't run no more.
We running, look, and then that's what we do. That's what we do as black people. So we gonna run. We ain't following.
If I see you running, I'm running.
If I see you running, we taking off. I am loving the energy that he's giving on the red carpet tonight. We have so much more in store, so stay tuned. I cannot wait for everybody to check the movie out. Don't forget to interact in the comments. Let us know what you think about the movie, about Pop in the movie. Let's see. He might get on our nerves a little bit, though. I don't know.
However he makes you feel.
I don't know.
I hope you enjoy it.
Stay tuned.
Thank you so much.
Okay. I'm standing here with LaQuanda Plantt. She is the casting director responsible for this amazing cast in this movie. How are you feeling about seeing everything come to life today?
I'm very, very excited.
Yeah.
Like, super excited. This is a labor of love. Like, it was at first a challenge, right? And we were like, okay, we're gonna make this happen, and then we did, and then it just was like natural, and everyone was like family, and we cast everyone. They didn't know each other, but you would thought they knew each other for like forever.
Yeah.
And it just was like beautiful after that, and we all one big family now.
I love that. So the stakes in this movie are high.
Yes.
Which character do you think that the audience is gonna like resonate with the most, or gonna hit the hardest with the audience?
Kanan.
Oh, okay.
I think Kanan. I think his story, like, you want to feel like, I don't want to tell the story. I'm really bad at that.
Yeah.
But I feel like when you watch it and you see him and you see the journey that he's on, and then where he ends up, you're gonna be like, oh.
Right. I love that. So, is there anybody who came into auditions and when they portrayed their part in the movie, came out better than you could have even expected it? Like it was more than what you even expected.
You know what? I will say this. When I cast a movie, I usually don't even go on set.
Oh.
I usually don't. No, I cast and I just walk away from it.
Oh.
But I really love the directors and they wanted me to come on set, so I was on set a lot. I mean, that's a really great question because everyone really killed it. Like, everyone really killed it. And I think it's one of the first projects I worked on. I think because of the connection, they just connected, like, immediately. Mm-hmm. It was just, like, what is it, kismet? Is that the word?
I guess so.
We're going to say it is. It's not, but I think they all kind of.
Yeah. Is there any advice that you would give to an up-and-coming actor who wants to land a high-stake role like one in Darwin or a movie like this?
I would just say keep working. Like, this is, like, I'm so proud of Danielle. I've cast her in other movies before this, and this is, like, her leading role. And for me to be able to cast her in her first leading role in a film is, like, I brought her flowers, and I'm, like, trying not to cry for her because I just think you just continue with your craft. You never know where it's going to take you. Mm-hmm. You never know who's watching you, who's paying attention to you, and who's going to, like, you know, call you for that one big role. You just never know. So just stay true to your craft. Don't give up. Just stay focused. Mm-hmm. It's a hard role. It's not an easy role. People are going to tell you to get a real job, but just keep at it.
Right.
And, you know, you never know what's going to happen.
Right. Okay, so just 2 quick rapid-fire questions. If you could describe the movie in one word, what word would you use?
Shocking.
Oh, okay. Now, if you were in a horror film, what would be your survival tactic?
I might not make it, y'all. But I don't know. If I was
That's the first person that admitted
that. Run, but I may not make it. I don't know.
You're going to be one of the people that run and fall and look back
I'm
and
not gonna fall. I ain't going to look back.
You ain't going to look back.
Run. No, we already know what's going to happen to the people that look back.
We know exactly what's going to
happen. I'm halfway to 50, so I can run, but that's why I said I might get caught because I'm going to get tired.
That's going to be the best you're going to get.
I'm saying it. I'm going to do what I got.
I love that. Sorry. It's okay. You're good. Okay, so thank you so much for coming to talk to me about the journey, about the behind-the-scenes magic of casting this amazing cast in this movie.
Thank you.
And I look forward to what everybody has to say about it. Y'all make sure y'all interact in the comments. Let us know what you think about the movie. We got more behind-the-scenes footage coming up next. You do not want to miss it. Okay. Well, this is exciting.
Yes.
Okay, so I had one question about the movie, but since you have not seen that yet, have you seen the trailer?
I did see the trailer.
Okay, what are you thinking so far?
Oh, I'm thinking Danielle LaRoach is a badass.
Okay.
Yes.
Okay. She came on this carpet too, and I was like, "This is main character energy right here." Okay.
Yes.
Okay.
She always gives that though. Like she is that girl.
I love that. Yes. I love that. So let me just ask you then: if you were in a horror movie, let's just say your real life was a horror movie, what is your survival tactic?
Oh my goodness, my survival tactic: run.
I'm
running. I ain't sitting around. Wait, what's that?
Right.
No, I'm getting out of there.
Okay.
And then if I gotta fight, I'm gonna fight.
Okay.
For my life, okay?
Okay, I love that. Now, Crystal is Miss Keep It Positive Sweetie. Okay, like, how is everything going for you? What can we expect from you? I mean, I'm excited to know all the things. So, first of all, how's everything going right now?
Amazing. We are in season 7. Yes, season 7. I just did my second live show at the Buckhead Theater.
Yes.
It was absolutely incredible. The energy in the theater was just through the roof, girl.
I hate I missed it. I hate I missed the live
Danielle and some of the cast. Zatima there.
Yeah.
And it was amazing. But we're in season 7 and we're just going to continue spreading positivity. I think that's what's lacking in the world.
Yeah.
And I want to make sure that I'm that light.
Yeah. And I think that that's important, but it's so beautiful to see you do that because it's just, you're such a breath of fresh air. And so obviously you're an actress on TV and movies and things like that, but seeing you on Keeping It Positive Sweetie and hearing the tips and advice that you give about life and the questions that you ask other people for their advice. So that's one thing that I do love. Now, what can we expect from you coming up?
Oh man, so I have 2 movies that are supposed to be coming out or supposed to be filming this year.
Okay.
Sisters just got renewed for season 9. Yes, thank you guys.
Yes.
So we're doing that and so much more I want to produce. I'm actually going to executive produce the 2 movies I'm doing. So I really want to get more in my producer bag. Yes. And the goal is to turn Keep It Positive Sweet into a talk show.
Oh, so, I love that. I could see that for you. I love that.
Thank
y'all heard it here. We manifesting that being a TV show. And I can't wait to see these new movies. I love seeing you on my screen. So thank you for coming to talk to me.
Absolutely.
All right. Y'all stay tuned. We have more carpet interviews coming up next.